really for me is the match where, you know, this would be the time for him to see maybe a bit of an upset, or the closest games. At least go to a game 3, I think.
Yeah. All right. It's intro time. It's your time, Harston.
All right. In the bottom left, it is the man who made battle cruisers popular. The man who reinvented mech. The one.
I didn't
the
invite
only,
Avilo. Oh, sorry, continue.
The American. It is Nathanias.
Look at this beautiful portrait. A thing of beauty. And his opponent in the top right. Not quite her own portrait. It is ZombieGrub. Who is that?
I think this is the guy you get as a portrait when your portrait doesn't meet the requirements that a portrait should meet. So actually, if they patch something, then you get this guy. I think it's like he sometimes was in Warcraft 3 as well. I think it's a Blizzard employee or something that they put in just for fun. If something goes wrong, they just show his face.
Really?
Yeah. I have a feeling that's him.
I thought you were trolling.
No. I believe I'm right.
Interesting. And when everything goes right, you get Nathanias. Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Nathanias' portrait.
Exactly.
I love the it looks like the American flag in the back.
Yeah.
He looks absolutely presidential on that photo. I can tell you that.
I'd vote for him. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, people voted for Trump, so why not? What would be the first thing you do as new president? Buff battle cruisers and turrets. Pretty much what Nate would do.
That is what Nate would do. Give E-base more HP so he can block with them even better. Yeah.
Alright. What do we see build? Otherwise, it's very similar. Expansion on location from ZombieGrub earlier than Nate, who went for double gas. Actually, so it's not similar at all, what am I saying? But we do have some Reapers being produced from both sides. Damn, Nate's Reaper is super tanky with that skin.
Yeah, it looks massive. Absolutely looks massive. Yeah, so Nathanias should be doing something a little more aggressive. He keeps all of his workers in gas as well. And I've been taught by the Terrans that if you want to expand with double gas, you go back to 2 guys in each gas. So you have a little more minerals. Get that command center earlier. But if
when do you go back?
I mean, you go back into minerals with one from each gas.
Yeah, but when?
Go back into minerals.
Exactly.
I think after you start the factory.
Okay.
But definitely before you build the starport. So this is going to be somewhat of an aggressive play. We see a tech lab being built. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Cloak Banshee here. ZombieGrub, on the other hand, is playing pretty safe. 3rd Reaper being built.
Fusion core.
Second Alien. Oh my god. Of course. Mr. Battlecruiser.
That's pretty sick, actually. If you open with like a single one, go across the map, get tactical jump, and then get out when you need to. But like before that, you're going to be exposed to taking damage. Then again, Nathanias is a master of defense. Look at this. Widow Mines. Just wait until he starts lining up 17 turrets in his main base, then it's really going to be unbreachable. ZombieGrub probably will have them. Oh my god! Oh my god. That was a massive shot. Let's see if he gets any follow-up to finish some of these units. The Reaper in particular is very... Okay, just before it regenerates. But ZombieGrub saw that there was no expo.
Yeah, I think that's a big tell. We see a Cyclone right now. In my head, the counter to this Battlecruiser actually is Cyclones. If you get 2-3 Cyclones, the Battlecruiser can... Like, it doesn't have Yamato, right? Yeah, it's not researched. And I don't think Nate is... Oh, he's actually going to start to research it now. Lining it up perfectly. So he will be able to take out 1 Cyclone. But then the second one will be able to lock on and do a lot of damage. So I feel like as long as ZombieGrub gets 2 Cyclones, she should be in a decent spot. We see a 3rd CC on the way. And we see the starport going over towards the reactor into double Viking production.
Yeah, I think that's clever. ZombieGrub knows exactly what's coming, pretty much. Still starts with 3rd CC, though.
And a tank. I feel like if you really would know what was coming, you would get the 2nd Cyclone rather than a tank. So I'm not sure how ready she truly is, but I guess we're going to find out because the Battlecruiser is about to pop.
Boom.
ZombieGrub loses the Liberator to the mine and the battle cruiser, but I'm not sure if she actually saw the battle cruiser. Nate opting to not go for tactical jump and actually flies his way across the map, but that's gonna be a long and painful journey.
Yeah, but I think that's because you tactical jump out when it's low on HP, so that you don't lose it, right?
Yeah, I guess, but this adds another 40-50 seconds basically to your timing. So four Vikings will be out, second Cyclone will be out. After it got scouted, ZombieGrub decided to also get an eBay, resume this Cyclone production, and I actually think she's gonna be fine now, but if you would have jumped in immediately, I think she would have been in a lot of trouble.
Alright, let's see. No turret ready on the Expo. What does Nate go for? He's just doing a... Oh my god! Woof! Scared me for a second. Takes a lot of damage, but then tactical jumps out. Takes out 2 Cyclones beforehand. Nate is playing with every single skin that he can get his hands on, by the way. Like literally, like... Marines look funny, SCVs look funny. What a guy.
The buildings look decent now. They're like normal, I mean.
Yeah, you saw, by the way, the war chests. Like some of the new skins look pretty insane. The forged Protoss.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I really like also that now you can unlock some of these war chest rewards by just watching Twitch.
Yeah,
like,
so
it's almost like there's gonna be like a world championship of Twitch watching real soon for StarCraft, and we're gonna have some serious contenders in there.
I think so too. Some serious competition will be going on. Who will be the best StarCraft watcher? But right now we have a more important tournament going on called Who is the best caster at StarCraft?
Yeah.
And I think so far it's looking pretty decent for ZombieGrub.
If you had to make a prediction, actually, for like everybody that's in the tournament, who would you call?
Rotti. Easy call.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, the Dutch bias, like no hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah, no hesitation. Yeah, I'm as biased as they come.
Even with Indy in his group?
Yeah, no problem.
Alright. Damn, Nate.
Rotti is the absolute favorite.
If Nate played Protoss, he would go Blinkstalkers every game. He loves to just kind of get out of here, attack for as long as he can, and just get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing decently well. If you look at the unit loss tab, we see ZombieGrub actually lost almost 2k resources, and Nathanias only lost 460. On the other hand, ZombieGrub has been ahead at base and 10-15 workers for the past, well, what shall it be, maybe 3-4 minutes. So she is up in supply, even though her unit loss is a lot higher. And I like her position a lot more in this game than I like Nate's as well. Nate only has a single tank. He's getting a second starport with Tech Lab right now. Third CC only now finishing up. We already see a double drop heading out here for ZombieGrub. And I'm not sure what there is to deal with it, honestly, if the battle cruisers aren't home.
And I guess he can, let's see, cooldown on tactical jump. He's back on 2 of them already. Damn, it's fast. It seems so fast. For a Terran, it probably feels like it's forever, but for us, it's like 3 starports pumping out right now. Only 1 battle cruiser, but I'm sure it's going to be more in a second. ZombieGrub is missing a lot of her units back at home. Actually, if she can push this back, force the tactical jump, and then attacks across the map, this could be very good for ZombieGrub, but she's kind of standing idle with her Marines right now. Woo!
Oh, 1 HP save.
Oh my god. That was insane.
Yeah, that actually was pretty sick. 2 turrets finishing up now as well, by the way, for Nathanias. So his natural just got a little bit safer. We see repair on those battle cruisers. But...
damn, the timing on these turrets. He's perfected the art of turret massing. What a guy. And 3 base against 3 base. And he's going BCs. It feels like if you're able to get close to maxing out, you're going to be able to do really well here. As Nathanias, right? Yeah,
but Nathanias is still down 30-ish supply. And even though it's 3 base against 3 base, he's down in almost 15 workers still. So he's going to be down quite some income. I mean, his position looks kind of stable now. And I think it's always hard to judge supply against supply. Like, usually looking at the supply gives us a good clue. But in mech versus bio, sometimes it can be a bit deceiving. And I guess especially when battle cruisers are in play.
The soup can lie?
The soup can lie sometimes, Todd.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll find out. Ooh, scans. Oh my god. Say hello to my little friends. Actually blows up the medivacs. It's so funny to see BCs fly. It feels like it's a wrong move. Like it's a move command and I'm not gonna shoot, but actually shooting the whole time. Damn, Nate just loves he doesn't care about being the most effective that he can. He only wants to tactical jump at the last second. That's all he cares about, it feels like, in these fights. Look at this guy fighting. Like, this is I don't know if this is worth it, like fighting for this long and then... I guess maybe it is, because he's not taking that much damage.
I mean, he didn't lose a single one.
Yeah.
And he killed all the Marines that ZombieGrub had. Supplies are almost even now. That was actually insane. Look at the units lost, how crazy it looks.
Yeah, oh my god, 73 to 7. That's some cost effectiveness. Peace.
Yeah, and he doesn't really seem to stop either with those battle cruisers. He just keeps them pumping them out. 4 CC on the way.
He lost that last BC, or? I think there's something wrong with my death animations, maybe. Don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, it seems like he lost a couple of BCs right now, like maybe 2 or 3. Yeah.
So 69 walkers to 65 now. It's a brand new game.
It's a brand new game indeed. And I mean, there's tanks and battle cruisers, the ultimate combination. Tanks kill the Marines, battle cruisers kill the rest. What can you do against that, Todd?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like ZombieGrub should be taking the whole map and just getting enough units back at home to defend. Almost like she's trying to be aggressive at a stage where it's just not really working anymore. Like, what do you expect out of this fight? Oh, actually, well, just as I say that, he messes up. Oh my god, he lost 2! And then he panicked. Wow, Nate.
What's your fancy micro now, Nate?
Yeah. This is like when the stalkers, like one of them dies that you were trying to blink and then you blink all of them back instead and you're like, oh my god, I just lost this fight so hard. The Terran version.
I know what you're saying, yeah. Feels similar. Yeah, we do have upgrades continuing for ZombieGrub. We see a fort base on the way for her. But like you said, I feel like if she would have just continued SCV production and get a couple of extra CCs. Oh my god, look at the fort base of ZombieGrub.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, ZombieGrub. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of income very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of barracks added or even a couple of CCs just being added right now, because she's gonna be rich. Right now, 4.2k income per minute. Dropping quickly, but yeah, it is pretty sick. And right now the supply looks pretty decent again for ZombieGrub, actually.
Yeah,
she's up 50 supply. What if she can hit a 2-2 timing, perhaps? If she can find a weakness in Nathanias' armor.
I think it's like she has to attack where the tanks are not. That's the tricky part. Or like if they're spread out enough, like you see there is some tanks around the 3rd and there is some around the 4th, but it's only 2 around the 4th. That's just before it's a PF, by the way. Planetary Fortress not quite finished yet, so ZombieGrub's gonna get in there. This could be a very good timing. Nathan is across the map in the meantime with some of his battlecruisers. The Planetary Fortress doesn't even finish. Gets sniped.
Yeah, needs to blink out with 2 battlecruisers. 1 more battlecruiser being rallied straight into the units. Meanwhile, 4 battlecruisers on the other side of the map absolutely destroying ZombieGrub's base. And supplies are still in favor of ZombieGrub. I'm liking ZombieGrub's position in general. Big Doom Drop going into the main base. Tank is not sieged up. Bunch of Marines, bunch of Marauders. And I feel like there's nothing Nate can really do. He did not have tanks in positions. He had 1 or 2 turrets, but that's not enough against 7 medevacs.
And those battlecruisers across the map, can they do enough here? They're killing a Raven and some Marines now. They actually jump back home to try and defend against this massive force of ZombieGrub. Is it enough? The tanks not participating enough, and ZombieGrub actually relocates here towards the left-hand side of that main base where the tanks are not going to be shooting.
Yeah, I feel like eventually Nathanias will be able to clean this up, but it might already be too late. The damage has been on starports, factories have been taken out, 25 SCVs went down during this as well. There's still an extra orbital, and we still have a command center that Nate can float over, but I mean, ZombieGrub's production is absolutely phenomenal. She has good income. Right now there's 2 more command centers making their way to their respective bases. SCV production continues, store on the way, and she's up in upgrades as well. So I'm kind of digging ZombieGrub's position, to be honest. Still, she lost some things in her base. A couple of barracks got damaged. She lost a lot of her reinforcement, but I mean, she's just been ahead in income all game, it feels like. So even if the trades aren't great for her, like she's down still 6k in units lost, her income has just been better, and the quality of her units right now is pretty good as well, now that those Marines have 2-2.
And that was a really sick timing, I think, on the 4th base. If she had waited just a little bit more, if that Planetary Fortress had completed, or even if Nate had gone in a whiff that this attack was about to happen, he would have been able to get ready and he wouldn't have done much, so... Very nicely done by ZombieGrub. Let's see if Nate can defend here. There's no more tanks in that location, actually. It's just BCs plus that one bunker.
Yeah, there's only one tank in general, and it's stationed at the natural right now, so it won't be helping in this fight. I feel like Nate will be able to win this fight, but it's looking worse and worse. Every time he defends, he loses 10, 15 SCVs, he loses some of his battle cruisers, he loses some of his tanks, and as he lost the production earlier in his main base, he's having a very tough time reproducing those tanks.
Yeah.
Battle cruisers take, well, more than a minute to reproduce, so yeah, I'm not a massive fan of how it's looking right now for Nathanias. ZombieGrub, on the other hand, is happily producing Torch. 3-3 is halfway done, up to 73 workers, 6 bases. Like, she's microing her life away.
Yeah, this is a pretty close game so far, I gotta say. Like, despite the supply starting to widen a little bit in ZombieGrub's favor, now moving towards the 3rd base of Nate, who does have a lot here. Let's see if he's on point with the tactical jump. Yes, he is. Jumps a little bit further back. Oh, that one tank actually gets taken out, and there's so many Marines with these upgrades, and the Taurs just piling on as well. And this might be it here. Nate kind of running out of resources to fight this, of army rather. The Planetary Fortress held on the right side, but like you said, every time he loses a bunch of SCVs, which are also important here. Look at the supply! Look at it!
Yeah, isn't looking too good. GG gets called, ZombieGrub wins game number 1. And you know what, Todd? You were right. The soup did not lie. I thought maybe Nate